Hello friends, welcome back to the video series on permutations and combinations. In the previous videos already we have discussed on the concept of permutations and combinations and also the fundamental principles of counting. That means the multiplication principle and the addition principle. In this video we are proceeding with the permutation. So what the permutation means? The word permutation stands for the arrangement and arrangement that can be made with a given number of distinct objects by taking some or all of them is called a permutation. But we have to remember in the case of permutation, another term is very important and that one is called the order. That means the arrangement would be in order. At first, how the permutation notation is denoted, and that is denoted by NPR or PN, R stands for the permutation of n objects taking R at a time. Now, what is this? Let us discuss it with a general scenario. Suppose we have three seats, 1, 2, and 3. And there are two persons, X and Y. Now, X and Y wants to sit on the two seats among three seats. So their choice can be, suppose X is sitting on 1 and Y is on 2, or X is on 2 and Y is on 1, or suppose X is on 2 and Y is on 3, or X is on 3 and Y is on 2. Another one choice, it may be X is on 1 and Y is on 3, or X is on 3 and Y is on 1. So we can check here that the arrangements can be 1 2 or 2 1, 1 3 or 3 1 or 2 3 and 3 2. So there are 6 ways. Now what is this? N objects taking R at a time. That means there are 3 seats, 3 objects and taking R, that means 2 seats at a time. So in that scenario, whatever we want to write, now in the notation of permutation, that should be 3p2 or p 3, 2. That means taking 2 from the n objects. That means arrangements of R objects out of n objects. NPR makes sense only when n is greater than 0. That is an obvious case, because if n is not greater than 0, then the permutation is not possible, and moreover R is also greater than equal to 0 and n obviously greater than equal to R. So permutation of n different objects. Now the number of permutations of n different objects taking R at a time is given as NPR is equal to n factorial upon n minus R factorial. So we can write the NPR as n factorial upon n minus R factorial. Now once again we can check it here. So in the case of seats and the persons 2, we have 3p2. So we can write it as 3 factorial upon 3 minus 2 factorial, or that one is 3 factorial upon 1 factorial. 3 factorial means 6 and 1 factorial means 1. So that one is equal to 6. And already we have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. The two persons X and Y can sit in 3 chairs or seats, that is the 1, 2 or 3. So in that way we can proceed with the permutation arrangement. Now, how we can prove that NPR is equal to n factorial upon n minus r factorial? There are n objects in total. So that means we can also compare it with the normal scenario, that is 3 seats. Therefore, the number of ways to take out first object is n. So when there are n objects, we can suppose taking the first object, and that one is n. So when we are picking one seat, that means the remaining seats are 2. Since the second object is to be taken out from any of the remaining, that means n minus 1. So when we have taken one object from the n objects, so remaining objects are n minus 1 objects. Hence, number of ways to take out first two objects is n into n minus 1. That means the multiplication principle. Now, each of these ways, the first three objects can be taken out is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. That is also following from the multiplication principle. Proceeding thus, the number of ways to take out r objects out of n objects is given as, that means npr is equal to first one n, then n minus 1, then n minus 2, then n minus r minus 1. So that means n into n minus 1, n minus 2, up to n minus r plus 1. Now we are multiplying and dividing the right hand side by n minus r factorial. So we get n into n minus 1, n minus 2, up to n minus r plus 1, and then n minus r factorial upon n minus r factorial. Now, n minus r factorial means that is n minus r minus 1 up to 3 into 2 into 1. So that one, that means the numerator is now becoming, that one is n factorial. So NPR can be written as n factorial upon n minus r factorial. So that is how we can prove the formula. Now from here we can also say that NPN, that means when we are taking the n objects from the total n objects, that means r is equal to n. So we have n factorial minus n factorial upon n minus n factorial. So that one is equal to n factorial upon 0 factorial, and already we know 0 factorial means 1. So NPN means n factorial. Let us check it with some examples. Evaluate 7p3. So that one is 7 factorial upon 7 minus 3 factorial. So 7 factorial means 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. So divide 4 factorial, and then we are getting 7 into 6 into 5 as 210. Now suppose the next question. Number of permutations of n objects taken 4 at a time is twice the number of permutations of 5 objects taken 3 at a time. Find the value of n. Now here the number of permutations of 5 objects taken 3 at a time, that means 5p3. Here n is equal to 5 and r is equal to 3. So the number of permutations of n objects taken 4 at a time, that should be np4. Now given that the number of permutations of n objects taken 4 at a time is twice the number of permutations of 5 objects taken 3 at a time. So according to the given condition, npr is equal to twice or 2 into 5p3, or npr that can be written as n factorial upon n minus 4 factorial, that one is equal to 2 into 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3 factorial. So 5 factorial upon 2 factorial, or 2 factorial means the 2. So that one is equal to 5 factorial. Now decompose the n factorial. So n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 into n minus 4 factorial. So divide n minus 4 factorial. So that one is equal to 5 factorial. So n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 5, 4, 3, 2. Just compare the both sides. Here we can find that one is equal to 5, then that one is equal to 5 minus 1, that one is equal to 5 minus 2, that one is equal to 5 minus 3. So we are getting that one 4, 3, 2. So n is equal to 5. Let's check another example. Here the question is, if 11PR is given as 12PR minus 1, find the value of R. So 11PR means 11 factorial upon 11 minus R factorial. And 12PR minus 1, that means 12 factorial upon 12 minus R minus 1 factorial. So 11 factorial upon 11 minus R factorial is equal to 12 factorial upon 12 minus R plus 1. So 11 factorial is equal to, now we can write the 12 factorial, that is 12 into 11 factorial. So we can divide 11 factorial from here. So 11 minus R factorial is equal to, at that moment, 1 by 11 minus R factorial is equal to 12 by 13 minus R factorial. So 11 factorial upon 11 minus R factorial is equal to 1 by 11 factorial is equal to 12 by 13 minus R into 12 minus R into 11 minus R factorial. So already that one has been divided. Now we are decomposing the 13 minus R factorial in that way. That is 13 minus R into 12 minus R into 11 minus R factorial. So we can also divide 11 minus R factorial. So the left hand side is now 1. So right hand side is equal to 12 upon 13 minus R into 12 minus R. So 13 minus R into 12 minus R is now 12. So just multiply those. 156 minus 13R minus 12R plus R square is equal to 12, or R square minus 25R plus 144 is equal to 0. Or after factorization, we can get R minus N into, R minus 9 into R minus 16 is equal to 0. So R may be 9 or 16. But we have to remember that R must be 9, because already we have given that R is less than equal to 11. Let's just check the problem here. Here N cannot be, N is equal to maximum 12 or 11 here. So R, that must be less than equal to 11. R cannot greater than 11. So 16 is not possible. So the R is now only 9. Now the next question. In how many ways can 6 boys be arranged in a row? Once again, in how many ways can 6 boys be arranged in a row? Now we are taking 6 boys among 6 boys. So that must be 6p6. That means that can we write as a 6 factorial, because we know npn is equal to n factorial. Now here in the same way, number of arrangements of 6 persons taking all of them, that means 6 of them at a time. So that must be 6p6. So 6 factorial upon 6 minus 6 factorial is equal to 6 factorial upon 0 factorial, or 6 factorial is equal to 720. Let's check another problem. 6 students has taken an examination. In how many ways can the first 3 positions be declared? So at that moment we have 6 and we are taking out 3. Our task is equivalent to finding out in how many ways 3 students can be arranged out of 6 students. It can be done in 6p3 ways. So the required number of ways is equal to 6p3, or we can write it as 6 factorial upon 6 minus 3 factorial, or that one is 6 factorial upon 3 factorial, or 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial upon 3 factorial. Divide 3 factorial and the result is 6 into 5 into 4. That one is equal to 120. Next question. In how many ways 6 students can stand in a row that 3 particular students are always together or never together? So let's first check the first question. Take the 3 particular students as one unit, because always together means they are always as one unit. It makes the total units students to be 4. Why? Suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the suppose roll numbers. So when we are taking 3 at a once, so we have to take it as one unit, then the second unit, then the third unit, then the fourth unit. So it makes the total units of our students to be 4 in spite of 6. So these 4 units can be arranged in 4p4 ways. So in all these arrangements, the 3 particular students will be together. However, for each of the above arrangements, the 3 particular students can be arranged among themselves in 3p3 ways. That means 4 out of 4 we are choosing, but that 1, 2, 3 can also be taken as 3p3, because it can be 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1 in that way. So the required number of ways is equal to 4p4 into 3p3, or that is 4 factorial into 3 factorial, or 24 into 6, that the answer is 144. Now the next question, never together. So never together means we are taking 6 out of 6. So the total number of permutations of 6 students taken all at a time, that is 6p6, that is 720. But the number of permutations when 3 particular students are together, that is 144. So number of permutations when 3 particular students are never together, so that must be 720 minus 144, and the result is 576. So in that way, we can calculate the arrangements in order using permutation.